If you work in marketing, your day probably looks something like this: emails, meetings, content drafts, spreadsheets, campaign reports, and about 100 small tasks all competing for your attention. Today, I'll show you how marketing teams are using Microsoft 365 Copilot to streamline their day-to-day work and how Copilot agents can take automation a step further. Let's start with the basics. Microsoft 365 Copilot is built directly into the tools marketing teams already use every day. In Word and PowerPoint, Copilot helps marketers get started quickly. It can draft content, refine tone, and turn rough ideas into structured documents and presentations. In Excel, it makes campaign data easier to understand by summarizing trends and insights using natural language. And in Outlook and Teams, it reduces admin by summarizing emails and meetings, pulling out actions, and helping teams stay aligned. The result: less time spent on manual tasks and more time focused on strategy, creativity, and impact. The key thing to understand is this: Copilot doesn't replace your team's expertise, it removes friction. Now let's take things a step further. Copilot agents expand what Copilot can do by automating repeatable or complex workflows. Think of agents as specialized AI assistants. They work alongside your team or on their behalf. Some agents focus on retrieving information, others automate tasks, and more advanced agents can operate more autonomously as part of larger processes. You can use pre-built Microsoft agents or create your own using Copilot Studio without needing to be a developer. Let me give you a real example from our own business. At Grey Matter, we've used Copilot Studio to adapt one of Microsoft pre-built agent templates, the Writing Coach, and tailor it specifically to our brand. Across the business, lots of people need to write content, whether that's email, proposals, or internal updates, but not everyone is confident writing in a consistent brand tone of voice. So instead of relying on manual reviews or style guides that don't always get used, we adapted the Writing Coach template to reflect how Grey Matter writes. This Copilot agent understands your brand tone, language, preferences, and messaging principles. When someone drafts content, they can ask the agent to review it and suggest improvements, not just for grammar, but for clarity, consistency, and tone. Importantly, the agent doesn't override the content. It gives clear contextual suggestions, explaining why something could be improved and offering alternatives that align with your brand. That means marketers spend less time rewriting, non-marketing teams get support without slowing things down, and everything that goes out sounds like it came from the same organization. Now let's look at another type of scenario, one where creativity isn't the goal. This is where deterministic workflows comes in. For marketing team, there are lots of repeatable processes where the steps are always the same. They just need to happen correctly every time. Imagine a new campaign launch. Each time a campaign goes live, the team needs to create assets, save them in the right place, update tracking, notify sales, and log everything for reporting. On their own, none of these steps sound too complex, but together they are time consuming and easy to miss when people are busy. Using Microsoft 365 Copilot Studio, a marketing team could create a deterministic task-based agent to handle that workflow. When a marketer triggers the agent by saying, "Launch new campaign," the agent follows a predefined set of rules. It creates the required folders using the agreed naming conventions. Updates the campaign tracker with the right fields. Post a standard notification message to the sales channel and confirm everything is complete. No guesswork, no variation, just a reliable process, executed the same way every time. The marketer stays in control, approving outputs and stepping in where needed, but the admin overhead disappears. If you're exploring how AI can support your marketing team, not just with content, but with real operational efficiency, Copilot agents are a great place to start.